He wasn't born with powers, he didn't get them from a freak accident, and he didn't make his own tech. He stole it from a museum and hijacked a time machine and traveled back to the 1980s with one goal: to become rich and famous. This is the origin story of DC's most fame-hungry superhero. Let's jump into the video and find out who is Booster Gold. In the year 2442, deep within the gritty underbelly of Gotham, a boy named Michael Carter was born into hardship. His childhood was anything but golden. His father, a compulsive gambler, had lost everything and vanished, leaving Michael's mother to raise him and his twin sister alone. But Michael wasn't one to fold under pressure. He clawed his way out of poverty and onto the football field, where he dazzled as a star quarterback at Gotham University, destined for a professional career. As an All-American quarterback for Gotham University, he earned the nickname Booster. But playing professionally was still at least a year away, and wanting a better life for him and his family, he turned to the very vice that had destroyed his father: gambling. He began betting on college games, and the taste of easy money was intoxicating. He kept betting and pressing his luck until it all came crashing down. Caught and expelled, his dreams of going pro evaporated overnight. With nowhere else to turn, Michael took a job as a night watchman at the Metropolis Space Museum. He enrolled in classes at Metropolis University, trying to salvage his future. Surrounded nightly by relics of heroism and history, he had a wild idea. What if he could rewrite his own story by traveling back in time and becoming a superhero? Fame, fortune, and redemption. He could have them all, so he went for it. He disabled the museum's guard robot Skeet and raided the exhibits like a kid in a candy store. He took energy-blasting gloves, a flight ring from the Legion of Superheroes, a force-filled belt, a power suit, and even Skeet himself. Then, with a stolen time machine, he traveled back to 1985. His debut in the 20th century garnered him the attention he craved after he saved the president and vice president from an assassination attempt. The media went wild. Michael branded himself as Booster Gold, launched a corporation called Gold Star, and became a celebrity superhero and commercial spokesman. Booster hired an agent named Dirk Davis to manage his affairs, a move that would come back to haunt him. Booster kept up the heroics, unaware that his presidential rescue had made him a target. The criminal organization known as the 1000 had orchestrated the assassination attempt, and now they wanted revenge. They kidnapped Dirk's daughter and forced him to betray Booster by handing over his security codes. Dirk then confessed to Booster, who sprang into action and saved the hostages and defeated the director, but at the cost of his power cells. To recharge, Booster and his companions returned to the 25th century, only to find out that his mother had passed away and he was now a wanted fugitive. Booster and his companions were captured, but his sister staged a daring rescue. He then convinced his sister to return with him to the 20th century, bringing back the energy source he needed to keep his tech running indefinitely. Tragedy struck again when his sister, curious and brave, took an extra suit out for a test flight and was captured by beings from another dimension. Booster raced to save her, but during their escape, she was killed. Heartbroken, he buried his sister and then discovered he was broke. Someone had drained all of his accounts. Remember Dirk? Well, it turns out he was a manhunter all along, a cold, emotionless enforcer created by the Guardians of the Universe, who was sabotaging Booster in order to manipulate him. So Booster pretended to join the Manhunter's cause in order to go undercover in their organization. Shortly after that, he was offered a membership in the Justice League. Booster quickly became a prominent member in the newly reimagined Justice League International. It was there that he crossed paths with Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, and the two quickly formed a legendary bromance. Their chemistry was undeniable and often chaotic. Together, they stirred up trouble and injected humor into the League's operations. Despite their antics, Booster struggled with the lack of respect he got from his teammates. Tired of always being dismissed, he left the JLI and founded his own superhero team, the Conglomerate. Eventually, though, he returned to the League. During the brutal clash with the creature that would go on to kill Superman, Booster gave the monster the name Doomsday as they clashed with it. The encounter left him shattered, his suit was destroyed, and with it, his ability to function as a hero. Thankfully, Ted Kord stepped in, building him a replacement. It was clunky, unreliable, and far from perfect, but it kept Booster in the fight. Despite having no innate superpowers, Booster Gold is one of the most technologically formidable heroes in the DC universe. His arsenal begins with the Legion Flight Ring, which grants him effortless aerial mobility and remains the only piece of his original gear to survive every suit upgrade. His power suit, crafted with advanced microcircuitry, is a combat marvel, offering superhuman strength, enhanced durability that shrugs off bullets, and a force field strong enough to absorb a direct punch from Doomsday. The suit's gauntlets unleash energy blasts powerful enough to tear through concrete, while his visor provides an array of abilities like threat targeting and enhanced vision across infrared, ultraviolet, and X-ray spectrums. Booster's auditory sensors amplify sound, and his time travel circuitry, later upgraded by Rip Hunter, allows him to navigate the time stream and chronal anomalies with precision. Booster Gold continues to adventure in the DC universe, playing a role in many of the universe's biggest events. Like most superheroes, his story has been tweaked a bit over the years, but the core elements remain the same. So there you have it, the origin of Booster Gold. Not every hero starts with noble intentions, but yet some still find greatness anyway. If you enjoyed our journey into DC's most fame-hungry hero, hit that like button and subscribe for more origin stories from the Marvel and DC universes. Got a favorite underrated character you want us to cover? Drop it in the comments. Well, as always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. That does it for this one. Thanks for watching. Peace.